India is witnessing a revival of retro records among the music fans in the country, mirroring a global trend that had seen vinyl sales explode from the United States to Britain and Brazil. Retailers including Walmart have embraced the retro format, and megastars including Taylor Swift, Billie Eilish and Harry Styles have sent pressing plants around the world into overdrive. In India, the scale of revival is far smaller, in part due to lower household incomes, but younger fans are now joining in the trend. 58-year-old Saji Pillai, founder and managing director of Samanvi Digimedia Arts and Solutions plant in Navi Mumbai, took the decision to open what he claims is the first vinyl plant to open in India in decades. Pillai says the industry is still challenging but believes the market was slowly growing.
There is a particular kind of category of people who they still love, they're collectors, and then I realized all across the globe it's really picking up, and we wanted to start a vinyl record plant in 2015, but then it was a very tough decision. People around us discouraged, you're going to spend a lot of money, burn your money, so don't take that risk. It needs a lot of old hands to run because the technology is pretty old.
Pillai has spent the last few years importing records from Europe for his music label clients. He decided to open his own plant to focus on Indian artists and market tastes from Bollywood to indie pop after recording growing interest. He says he entered the music industry as vinyl was just going out. Vinyl record systems do not come cheap. A decent turntable, sound system and 10 records cost fans Rs 50,000 to 1 lakh. But for those who can afford it, the old system offers a new experience.
Currently the market is roughly around 4 to 6K. It depends on the number of releases. In about 6 months time, this 4 to 6 might go up to 10K a month. And slowly picking up. We have a capacity of more than 30K a month, and we have created an infrastructure where we can go up 3 times easily.
Music fans say vinyl records create a personal, tangible connection to the music they love, as people end up paying more attention while picking such collections. Many of them say they own vinyl even if they don't have a player, as it is a way for them to show their love for the music. These fans say vinyl is a completely different experience than just shoving AirPods into one's ears and going for a run.
This is owning something is like, you always wanted to own something. Like owning a piece of music. Like somebody is asking you, like, Pink Floyd, Tim, do you have that with you? I do have one. And the retro look of the cover. And, just feeling it, looking at and listening to it, it really makes a huge difference. That's really, I can see it in India right now.
Catering to these fans is a group of record stores complementing the old records on sale in alleyway shops and flea markets. 36-year-old Jude D'Souza, who runs the Mumbai record store The Revolver Club, says the growing interest dovetailed with the wider availability of audio gear and records is what has made this sector growing in India. Listening sessions organized by the store bring in more than 100 fans.
The country is so large. In fact, when I first started Revolver Club, we used to joke it was one record store for 1 billion people. Because it's essentially that, it was Amazon and us. And it's almost borderline shameful in some aspects, but it's also given us the energy to know that there's such a huge market out here, and a lot of that's not even been touched. As a result of the way things have been going for India, there's a huge interest in India. It's in many ways considered the final frontier for a lot of companies from the outside, right? Because China seems to be hitting some level of plateau, whereas India is looked at as the next big thing. So I think a lot of companies or labels outside India are looking at India saying, hey man, how do we get a piece of this pie? And I think a lot of people who sort of go down this route eventually realize that records do sound better. And another thing for me that specifically separates records from everything else is that records don't have a lot of fatigue. which means that ear fatigue. What that means is that I can listen to records for 8 hours straight and feel no reason to shut off my system. Whereas if I'm streaming something via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, after 45 minutes, maybe an hour, I need to tone down.
Despite the growth in popularity, India's vinyl sales remain a drop in the global ocean. While the world's most populous country has one of the biggest bases of music listeners, with local songs racking up big views on YouTube and music streaming platforms, its publishing industry is small by global revenue standards. Music publishing revenues hit about $100 million in the 2023 fiscal year, far smaller than Western markets, according to accountancy giant EY. This is partly due to the lower spending power of its fans, coupled with runaway piracy. At a small roadside store, 62-year-old Abdul Razak is the bridge between India's old vinyl culture and newer fans, selling up to 400 second-hand records each month to customers aged 25 to 75. Razak sells records for Rs 550 to 2,500 and believes new vinyl pressed in India will prove popular if it's priced within that bracket.
जो समझो ना मेरे पास 25 इयर्स से 75 इयर्स के मिडिल के एज के आते हैं आदमी, तो जो यंग एज रहता है तो उसको ज़्यादातर बीटल्स चाहिए या क्वीन चाहिए, फिर या अपना रॉक बैंड चाहिए, और जो एजड है समझो तो फिर वो ज़्यादातर रॉक एंड रोल है या फिर क्लासिकल म्यूज़िक है, जैज़ म्यूज़िक है, ब्लूज़ म्यूज़िक है, वो सब मांगते हैं.
Razak's comments provide an opportunity for Pillai and his small factory. He believes that if demand was there, he could easily triple the factory's monthly production capacity of more than 30,000, something he hopes will come. Pillai says even though people love digital, the touch feel is not there, and that is what would attract music lovers back to vinyl.